Hey everybody, welcome. Gaming Tailgate Live, playing a little A&M at Arkansas, one of the bigger games of the weekend coming up tomorrow. This is NCAA Football 14 playing CFB Revamped. Guys are doing an amazing job of going in and keeping this game as current as possible. Just doing God's work, really, to put it nicely. Just a lot of work. Can't imagine it was easy. A lot of time, a lot of effort. Well worth it for fans of college football.
It's time for the coin toss now, presented by Coke Zero. Real Coke taste, 0 calories. Enjoy everything.
Yo, Steeler fan, can you hear us okay? Loud and clear?
The kicker's got the ball set up, and we're ready to get this thing started. Nice kick, plenty of distance. And it goes into the end zone, down for a touchback. Texas A&M's a team and a program that year in, year out's got 1,000-yard rushers. Sometimes they've got 2. And they've got that huge offensive line, and, you know, you get too worried about them, and sometimes you can overlook the fact they can throw the ball.
It's going to be tough today for this defense. I think they're going to have to take some chances and load this line of scrimmage. And,
good.
You know, as a play caller for this offense, when you have such a
I think we've done some streams in the past. You've been kind enough to pop by, but we didn't have the audio issues all figured out.
With this running game, you get those linebackers and safeties coming up close to the line of scrimmage. It's a great time to really open up and show what you can do as a complete offense. It'll be a challenge.
He's taken down around the 42-yard line.
The offensive lineman played that one perfectly, giving the tailback plenty of space to work with, and he took advantage of it.
Before this, played a game of Notre Dame, Wisconsin on Twitch. And Notre Dame runs a pretty run-of-the-mill conventional offense. Here we get A&M going the no-huddle option. This is going to be a lot more of a challenge.
That's a great tackle at the 41. It looks like the defensive end that got in there.
Yes, it was. He did a wonderful job of fighting off blocks to bring the quarterback down.
Third down, and they need to get it inside the 48. Throws it in a hurry, and he's tackled.
There we go, big stop.
I know the defense would have liked to have prevented such a big gain, but the important thing is that they held and brought up fourth down.
He takes it at the 12. And he's taken down at the 24-yard line. The quarterback brings his troops out onto the field for the first drive.
Arkansas off to a good start this year. A&M survived a couple weeks ago out at Colorado. Should be a good game tomorrow.
Big opening. Makes it out to about the 39.
You talk about a dual threat guy. This guy can hurt you in the air or on the ground.
Have you gone back to Penn State, Steeler fan, or are you a Notre Dame guy, or who are you with currently? Remember a few years ago you weren't too pleased with Penn State, but they've improved a lot the last few years as well.
Zips it to the tight end, and they make the stop at the 46-yard line.
I thought so. I thought you're still Notre Dame. Just going through playing NCAA football. Just impressed with the creativity, the variety of the playbooks. I know Madden's got some cool stuff in it, but just nothing compared to this. That's one of my, don't want to say concerns, but issues with college football coming back from EA Sports. Will year one have the variety and details that this game had?
Completes it across the middle. He's tackled at the 21. He was covered and still caught the ball.
Yeah, this guy's got the balance, control, and just great instincts when it comes to catching the football. Good-looking athlete.
I thought that's why you left Penn State, Steeler fan. I was very certain that was why. I don't know what I had on the radio the other day. I don't think it was TV, but there was a promo, and I thought I heard them mention Paterno. And maybe it's just my memory, but it sure didn't seem like, well, ever since everything went down with that, they kind of dropped and forgot the guy, poor guy, ever existed. And they mentioned him in a promo with Penn State. I think it was last week before the Auburn game, and I couldn't believe it. Which is good. I don't think he should be erased from memory. Oh, but it had been so long, I was kind of shocked the media did it.
I can't believe he dropped it.
Brought down at the 12. It's third down, and they're about the length of the football away from the first down marker. Gets out to about the 9-yard line, and the short gain is enough for the first.
Yeah, the Raiders pulled one out, but I'm glad they're winning now, because if it's like it's been the last few years, they'll have a great start of the season, and then they'll limp across the finish line, or fall flat before the playoff finish line.
First down, and they've got their eyes on that goal line. And down he goes around the 12-yard line.
When you're an option quarterback, you get used to getting popped pretty quickly. He'll bounce right back up.
I think if I caught correctly in the pregame, A&M's using Baylor's playbook here. They've updated them. This is a lot of fun, this one. Lots of different options and sweeps. Just, I mean, there's, forget how much I miss the option and NCAA football to get into a good playbook and have a fun game with it.
Now he tries to buy some time. He's under some heat, and he's sacked.
Sometimes it's just a relentless pass rush that results in a sack. That's what happened there.
From the 13-yard line, third down.
I think we'll call that a quarter. I don't like that play. At least not in that situation.
One quarter, still no score.
Was it difficult to install CFB Revamped? No, the instructions I found online were pretty good. There were one or two things a little different. I think I emailed you guys about it. If not, I can check. There were one or two things that they said it would take. I'm going to go off memory here. They said it would take, like an hour to do, and it probably took me 2. I had one thing that hiccuped a couple times, but the instructions did say if this step does not work, do it again. Well, I did it several times, and it finally went through. It was just enough to make me think I was going to break a console, but no, it worked.
He goes up and gets it. It's a touchdown.
I'm lucky enough I have a old PS3, the fat PS3 as they call it. I don't know if you can say that in 2021. The fat PS3, and then the skinny or newer one. I put it on the old one. I felt, well, at least if I ruin this, at least I still have another console. And this console that I put it on, the fat PS3, can also play the PS2 games on PS1, which I forgot about. So that's nice. So as we get close to college football coming out, I'm planning on playing PS2 NCAA football games as well on stream. But no, it was, I don't want to say it was easy. I mean, trust me, I was pretty nervous the whole time I was doing it. But the instructions they had, and like I said, I think I sent some notes with their instructions. I can double check. But it can be done. I wouldn't be too afraid. Like I said, I had house money. You know, if this console bricked, I still had another one.
There hasn't been too much daylight between these two teams. In games like this, some players try to press too much.
Hey, somebody's got to look out for the PS3. I don't want to fat shame this guy. And Sony consoles like to run hot. I have it in an entertainment stand. I have to leave the door open because it gets so hot in there. I'm a little concerned that playing and streaming these games one night, it's gonna light up on me.
Defense looking for another sack here on this 2nd and 13.
Okay, good. I'm glad you got it. Sometimes I think I send things and I type it up, or it doesn't go through, or I forget, or don't finish it. But like I said, we're getting to the point now where some of the guys from the CFB Revamped team have been hired by EA. I don't know if it's not state secret. I know at least one of the guys has talked about it on social media. He's a UI guy out of Austin, if I remember correctly. The other individual, I be honest, I can't place, don't know his history. I don't know what he worked on with this. I don't know if that means the updates are going to keep coming or not. They're still working on them. I know UNLV, there's a handful of schools they're working on right now. But I wonder if we'll get a lot of updates this year, especially if the game is 2 years out. Maybe the guy's better off just waiting. Trying to get that PS5 or the new Xbox for the EA college football title. It just depends how big itch you have to play it. I mean, but like I said, the CFB Revamped guys, I mean, they gotta be some smart dudes, and some of those guys have to be in some kind of game development. I don't think you figure this out with a bunch of guys at summer camp. I mean, there were guys who, what you kind of figure out the layout, and I don't want to say hack the thing, that's not the right word, but want to kind of crack the code, so to speak. I mean, pretty sharp dudes.
And that sets them up with a 1st and goal.
The updates are the easiest part. You download Part A and Part B off their website. You put it on your hard drive, because everything will be set up then on your PS3. You enable HEN, which is a mode, for lack of a better term. It's above my intellect and knowledge. But basically, you start your console up, you click that, you tell it to load the files that you've downloaded off the computer and moved to your hard drive. It takes 20 minutes, 30 minutes to install it. I usually start it and go do something else and come back to it. That's the easiest part.
It's 2nd and goal. Ball on the 11-yard line.
It's the getting your PS3 set up that a little nerve-wracking. Nice run. And for everybody watching who's been checking in, good numbers so far. I am CDJ from thegamingtailgate.com, an EA Sports college football community website, and fan website. As you get closer to the game coming out, make sure you follow us on social media, go to the website for all the latest news and discussion. Steve the fan, who's in the chat right now, a long-time member, great dude. If you're passionate, good sports fan, good college football fan, even if he has bad taste liking Notre Dame, that's okay.
Lining up to kick this one off. He really got a hold of that kick. This one's going to be down in the end zone for a touchback.
There was some game news tonight that came out for EA Sports College Football. Technically, I guess it came out 2 days ago, but nobody picked up on it. It was popculture.com, author Brian Jones. I've heard of the site before. Can't say I go to it a lot. Somehow had a exclusive interview with Steve Schnurr, the EA president of music. Very vague, but he did mention EA Sports College Football and says that he has some pretty big plans for it. What that entails, we don't know, but he says he has something in mind that when he presented to the game's the director, he said as soon as he started describing it, he was told, go, start working on it. He says, the quote was, I have not started any notes on it yet or written any notes or performed notes. I forget the exact verbiage, but nope, I should have handed it off there. But it sounds like it could be something pretty unique the way he's talking about it. Of course, all I can think of is back to NCAA Football 06, the 1 year in the franchise. We really didn't have a lot of the fight songs in the menus. We had that dorm room college soundtrack, which was fine for 1 year. But if I remember correctly, the community really, they wanted the fight songs back. That's such an integral part of the sport. So it'll be interesting to see what he has in store and what the game has in store. Another part of that was interesting was he told Brian Jones from popculture.com, he says, I can't tell you anything more about it, but he goes, I bet you if in a year, we come back here, you're going to say, yeah, that idea really kicks ass. Get in there. So to me that implies, and maybe he was just talking off the cuff, but maybe Schnurr thinks in about a year we're going to be hearing game information, which would put us probably back on track for that rumored July of 2023 release date, which would be College Football 24, if my math's correctly, and if they use the same titling system as they did in the past. A couple months ago on the Gaming Tailgate podcast, JB and I, we ranked the Madden NFL features, the existing features at the time from 21, on how we felt the community would want them put into EA Sports College Football. If I remember correctly, and I have not had the chance to go back and look, I think having a licensed soundtrack with artists was like the last item on the list, below anything else you can think of in Madden. Now, we don't know what Schnurr has in store, but I do know from previous articles he's very keen and high and a big fan of the Madden soundtrack he helped work on to get those artists in the game. So to me, that implies we may get some licensed artists, which is fine. But when he talks about being the definitive or unique college football experience and college football providing opportunities that they wouldn't have, that's what throws me for a loop. The one wild idea I can think of, like maybe they will take real life songs and kind of do remixes with, a marching band approach. Just an idea until we get more concrete information or something comes out, but we're probably months, if not still a year away from any concrete news unless something would leak.
From the 46-yard line, it's first down. He's taken down around the 35-yard line. He's on the run, and they bring him down for a sack on the play. That makes 4 sacks today.
Well, this speed is difficult to defend because you have to try to keep them off balance so they can't use their quickness.
Texas A&M's going to
For those
take their first
checking
time
in,
out of the half.
this is NCAA Football 14, the CFB Revamped. I believe you go to CFBRevamped.com. Crew of guys working on updating the game the best they can. They're doing a great job.
Fires it up, and he's tackled at about the 29-yard line.
Nice play.
Brad, you can really feel and sense the energy coming from the sidelines right
Do I have an next-gen console? Yes. I lucked out. Was able to get a PS5 at launch. Not really sure how I did it. Just the very first day they went on sale at Target.com. Went online, got in and out, no problems. Yeah, it almost shocked me later on when I found out nobody had luck.
Here's the 8th play of the series.
I think shortly after that, that's when all the people who were writing bots to snatch up the consoles to scalp them, basically. Ruined it for everybody. Plus, we have the chip shortage going on that, I don't know, I've seen there's been more releases of consoles. I believe Walmart had some today. But then I hear there's still going to be this chip shortage for maybe another year or more. That it's going to be interesting to see if that butts up against the college football release. If all of a sudden people realize it's time to get one and they can't get one. Or if the shortage will be gone by then. Hopefully it will be.
He made a great move to get into the end zone.
There's a perfect play call. They looked like they practiced that one a few times.
I remember when I got it, it was through on the app on Target.com. I think I was working, had my alarm set for whatever time of day that was, 9 or 10. I don't think I just caught it on a whim. Had no problems. Like I said, it really shocked me. Then when later on got time to read around online and see that everybody complained about it and said it was a disaster. And I thought, well, I waltzed right in. I didn't have a problem. And I don't say that to brag. I just say that I could not believe, couldn't believe it worked out that smooth.
Just amazing, Herbie. We've seen 4 straight possessions now in which the offenses have scored. You always want to go in the locker room with momentum, so as we get closer to halftime,
I should push it downfield, but
more attempts to create big plays.
I think I might get a little conservative here unless something busts loose.
And they make the stop at the 34.
That's a gain of 3 on the play. That'll make it 2nd and 7.
I have to say, I go in fits and starts on what I play, or when I play, I should say. But I find the last year or so, sports game, or maybe even 2 years, sports games really up and down for me. Like, I think Madden's fine. I don't think it's terrible like a lot of people say. I also don't think it's as great or as good as it could or should be. I really thought when the Madden team absorbed some of the NCAA football guys that would kind of take off a little bit, and I think they helped, but I still think at the same time maybe, I don't know if they were handcuffed or Madden is on such a path that they're not going to veer off. They're not going to change it. I mean, Madden's all right. It's fun.
Hi everybody.
I don't put 60 to 100 hours in on it though. NBA 2K is fun, just too much of a grind. The show was good, but again, I'm not huge into baseball. Not into FIFA, not into NHL. So it's been a lot of other titles.
Now the defenses are ramping up the sense of urgency in terms of trying to.
But the new console is nice. The PS5 is pretty nice.
You got to find Reese. These ball hawks on defense. They need to find
A few things with the interface I'd like to see a little different, but the load time, faster load time is, I wouldn't think it would be such a big deal, but it was.
Try to make a big explosive play for your offense.
That's why I'm really hoping that
So
first
they
year
can
of
be more
EA
advanced
Sports
and
College
they can take
Football
the
that
ball
it's
down the field. So those ball hawks
solid.
need to show themselves in the
I
second
know
half.
JB and I have talked about kind of in private and show planning for the podcast. At some point, maybe in January, we're going to talk about, what do we expect? Like what features do we think will be in? We've kind of alluded to it in some previous shows. But, a game's been away for 7 years, skipped an entire console generation. You look at this game playing right now, has 100 and, what did it finish with, 120 teams at the time, 124. We're up to 130 now in real life. Lots of changes to stadiums that are all going to have to be added in or changed. Uniforms, the potential of actual rosters getting in there. That there's a lot of work that has to be done.
The preparation of both teams that we're into the third quarter and nobody's been able to pull away.
As a kid, I always wanted to play Stratomatic. I remember seeing the ads. I believe it was for the baseball Stratomatic in the Sporting News. Never did get it though, but I remember always seeing it and always really wanted to give it a try.
That's good for a gain of 10 yards. That'll make it second and inches.
But I know JB and I, we've talked about maybe, kind of spelling out more. What do we think will be in? What's realistic? We've alluded to on the podcast. What features do we think make the cut line? What do not make the cut line? The Texas and Oklahoma going to the SEC probably pushed, in our opinion, custom conferences over that line. That now is probably going to be almost required, especially if the game comes out before they switch conferences. Unless they come out somehow package it to where they move on their own, but I think that feature gets in as of now. But then you start, do I think every school is going to be in, every stadium's going to be in, every uniform's going to be in? No. If I had to guess right now, I would say no, just because it's such an undertaking. It took how many years to get it in the previous franchise?
Brought down at the 41.
Oh, I'll have to look into that. I have not heard of that. If you have a link or something, email it to me, CJ Film. That'd be great.
From the 41-yard line. First down.
Ooh.
Nice run, and he's brought down.
That makes it second and 6.
From the 37-yard line, it's second down.
Oh.
Makes the catch, and the defense is all over him. They bring him down for a loss.
I'm just glad that wasn't intercepted.
Yards on the play. That brings us third and 10.
The thing that always cracked me up about this franchise was if you wanted to run a screen, in my opinion, you just had to keep dropping until that back opened. You don't stand there and wait in that pocket or you're going to get leveled. Or maybe I'm just not good enough to run it, which is very much a possibility. I probably should have ran an option on second and passed here on third, but
It's third and 10. Ball on the 40. Slings it. Tackle at about the 25-yard line. First down, 10 yards to go. Ball on the 25.
let's see how badly I can butcher up this option play. Oh,
And they'll bring him down behind the line.
Good discipline here.
don't know
by
if I
the
didn't hit
defense,
the
stringing
pitch
the
button in
option out
time or
and
if my
plugging the running lanes. Have moved them
finger
back.
memory wasn't correct. No, it wasn't a turnover. I'll call that a win.
And this play is number 8 on the drive.
Four down. Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. Ready? Green, 88.
He launches one
Oh, I was
for
a
the end
second
zone.
late.
Doesn't get there.
I actually couldn't believe he stayed open that whole path.
Third down, and they need to get it to the 15.
Hey, here we go. Let's go. Black 58. Black 58.
Oh,
What a play to set him up with a first and goal.
that was a tight window. At least for me.
This is the 10th play of this drive.
So if you guys couldn't tell, I'm just going through formations, picking plays here. I don't think I've ever used this playbook before in my life. I believe it's Baylor. Oh, no.
Fires incomplete.
You wonder now if this guy will get alligator
Could've been
arms
worse.
the next time the ball comes his way. It's been known to happen.
I just need to run option and get in there. This quarterback's too mobile to be
Second down
throwing
and
it
goal.
20, 30, 40
Ball on the 9-yard
times.
line. They'll bring him down around the 1-yard line.
That makes it 3rd and goal.
Here's the 12th play of the drive.
Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. Squeeze, double. Ready?
Ooh.
Here's a handoff, and he saves the score.
That's a loss of 2 yards.
That was a big stop.
That brings up 4th and goal.
So I think we go for it here.
So the offense will stay on the field. It's 4th down from the 2.
Tight down. There you go. Check 82. Watch 82.
Oh,
Tackle
Oh,
made
you gotta be
just
kidding me.
outside the goal line. They don't pick up the first down, and the ball will change hands.
This time the offense isn't successful on 4th down. The defense had that option play snuffed out from the get-go.
Now's when you start to approach each drive thinking that if you take the lead, then the momentum you gain feels that much more powerful. They line up in the jumbo set. He's taken down at about the 3-yard line. And he makes it out to about the 5-yard
all right,
line.
get your fours up. Here we go.
So at the end of 3, we're deadlocked right now at 14.
There we go.
Who's going to win the 4th quarter? Whoever does will win the ball game.
Ooh, that was a hell of a stiff arm.
Huge play by the defense here early in the 4th quarter and a big stop in a tie game. the fair
I
catch.
like NCAA special teams so much more than Madden. It seems like night and day in my opinion. I like calling that safe return there. You'll get two guys who come back, but sadly it seems to me like they never really block.
We might have
They're
overtime
there.
in the back of our
I mean, they
minds,
could
but down
block.
on the field, that
They
hasn't occurred
don't.
to anyone. They want to end this
But I
thing
feel like
in
it's when I get
regulation.
in Madden.
Set. Green 90. Green 90.
He makes it to the 48-yard line.
Makes the tackle. That's good for a gain of 3 yards.
I think it's the drive we just grind it down the field, get a field goal, get a win, and call it a day. I just don't have any
From the 48-yard line.
boneheaded plays here.
Second down. And he's tackled in the open field.
This is the new playbook. I'm just going to try different things. I like seeing these extra blockers, extra movement on some of these option plays to see if that helps. No, that one. When he doesn't
Gets
block,
out
it
to
doesn't
about
help.
the 38-yard line.
Call it a gain of 1 yard. That makes it second and 10.
Second and 10. Ball on the 38-yard line. Nice run up the middle.
That makes it third and 3.
I don't really like this play.
And they're going to need about
We're
3
gonna run
yards
it.
to pick up the first down. Less than 3 minutes in the game.
I thought he'd be open.
Pulls it in and he's in the open field. And he's
Or
tackled
he'd get
at the
intercepted,
12.
one of the two. At least now that really opens up the playbook to milk this clock down, get a game-winning field goal, and call it a night. I probably should put
From
shoe
the
clock
12-yard
on.
line. It's first down.
Check by 45. Check by 45. Let's go. Green 88. Green 88.
Takes
That
it
guy
up the
tried to
middle
do a
for
nice block
run.
there. Wow, taunting. All right. We're going to milk this thing, get out of Dodge.
Second and 6 coming up here. 8 yards out. Gets to about the 5-yard line.
Thank you to everybody who's checked in so far tonight, watching. Make sure you like the video. Follow us on Twitter at Gaming Tailgate for all your EA Sports college football news and discussion.
They need about 3 yards to get the first down here on third down.
If you're wondering what we're playing, this is NCAA 14 with CFB Revamped. Get in there. He's going to walk in.
Arkansas.
The guys there have done an amazing job updating the game. Really given new life to a game that came out over 8 years ago now. Is that correct? July 2013. One of those that doesn't seem that long ago, but yet it seems even longer, if that makes sense. Because with everything that's happened in college football, in gaming, in the real world since then, just
And he
seems
converts the extra point.
like it was lifetimes ago. But at the same time, doesn't feel long ago, but just it's weird and conflicting, I know, but it'd be great when the new title finally comes out. Thanks for that email. I'll check that out when I log off for the night.
Sends it sailing downfield. And it goes into the end zone, down for a touchback. So the Aggies coaching staff and the entire team knows that this is the guy that can win it for them.
And the offense has to find a way to get the football into the hands of this running back, whether it's a simple toss.
See if A&M can pull another one like they did at
ball
Colorado.
in the backfield where he can catch it in space. Any way that they can get the football to him to see if he can spring one to maybe get the field goal range, or who knows, maybe take it to the house.
This is a pretty crucial series right here with things being so tight. Your best players have to step it up on both sides of the ball.
Ooh,
Looking to scramble now.
that
He
was a
can't
nice,
get away from
that
the
was a great
pressure.
play. That's big.
Five guys will be out.
I'll just keep everything in front of me and see what happens.
Pass complete and taken down immediately.
I feel like I like the tackling system better more in NCAA football than I do Madden. I know in Madden I go for the hit stick way too much, which doesn't help. At least in this game, I feel like I can recover.
It's 3rd and long, and at this stage of this game,
If I get a little too wild or over pursue, I can kind of recover. In Madden, if you miss on a hit stick or something, you're toast. Which I suppose in a game should be, but sometimes it's nice to still able to make a play.
34-yard line. Well, they get all those yards, but come up just shy of the first.
Good play call, almost perfect execution, except for the fact that they're not going to get the first down.
And if they don't get this one, you can start to warm up the bus.
So we'll give up that first. That's fine.
Brought down after a nice run up the middle.
I can use that last time out or keep the clock running. Oh, I meant to go prevent. I didn't. Hit the wrong button. That's fine.
That's a great tackle at the 47-yard line.
I don't know if I need all those guys quite back that deep. There we go.
Complete, brought down.
That's what I wanted.
Spikes the ball.
Wish I could get them to burn that last time out. And feel a little bit better. Get that out of their pocket.
This is the 8th play of this drive. Makes the grab and steps out right away.
We might get free football here.
First
13 to 13. Wow, what a cheeser. I don't give him such a big cushion. I just don't want to get burned. Let's put a little pressure on him.
from the 26-yard line. First down.
Theoretically, pressure on him. Oh.
Passes to the back, incomplete.
We still have not got that last time out of their pocket yet.
And this is the 10th play of the drive.
Would have been better if I let him caught it, but let's not risk a big play. Oh, keep him behind the line. He got across.
And he's
He got
taken
across.
down right around the 16-yard line.
That makes it first and 10.
Makes the catch and gets out
Wow.
of bounds.
He made a really
Peter's
good
putting on a
play
nice
at the line
drive
of
here.
scrimmage. Sometimes all you need to do is throw
I think I'm playing prevent to win defense, but
bit at the start of the play.
So here we go. First and goal, and a field goal won't cut it.
no. Keep him in.
That tackle just sealed the deal. That's a
Wow.
3-yard pickup.
It's a nice play by the defense to shut down all the lanes, so this halfback wasn't able to make anything happen on that play.
Let's get aggressive here.
From the 1-yard line. Second down.
Oh, he's going to walk in. He's going to walk in. No. Whoa, fumble.
Defense scoops it, and he dives forward.
That's just the way I drew it up. I don't think I've ever had that happen in an Israel Bowl game. I didn't even see that come out until the replay. Wow. I've had a goal line stand to win, but I don't think I've ever had that happen before.
This one's in the books. The Razorbacks
Wow.
come out on top. 21-14. So, Kirk, how would you sum up the action in this one?
There's a reason why we don't play these games on paper, and we just witnessed it. Texas A&M came into this football game a little bit cocky. And in all honesty, I don't think
Let's watch that
they're
replay
very well
after the game.
prepared.
Or
I think
I've
this
only
game will
ever
teach
seen
them
that
a
before.
lesson
At
that
least in
you
my
can't just show
playing
up and
experience, I've
expect
never
to
seen
win.
that. You're telling me I was ready for overtime. I was already thinking what to run. He was a fun player, KJ Jefferson. He was real fun tonight. I like the mobility. He could hit some passes.
I'm Brad Nessler. We'll see you soon for another edition of NCAA Football 14.
I always thought they did a good job with the highlights in the post game. Small touch, but it sure adds a lot to see him. Hoping to see another. Oh, okay, we're not going to get the replay of that. We'll have to go in manually and see this. I don't know what that blue line represents. I don't. Must be a stadium issue. I don't know what that is. Greatest game ever. Of course it was. All right, let's see here. View and create. All right, what happened here? Spiller gets it. How is he not? All right, let's see if we can get a good angle here. A little touchy on this. Don't hammer me for this, guys. He just dropped it, didn't he? Because I don't think he's getting touched. Unless the game thought that was a strip there. Yeah, it's definitely out before he gets... I'm trying to feather this L2. Yeah, right at the 1. That's why I think I literally was saying he's walking in, he's walking in. And he walked in, he just didn't have the ball with him. And I lucked out, they didn't recover. I'm sure 7 is going to get the credit for the strip, for the force. And he saved the day. Who is that young man? I don't know if I can say that out loud. Fausha? That saved the day. Wow. Let's watch that one more time in live action here. This was to tie the game, basically as time expired. 1 second left. Fumble into the end zone. Arkansas recovers. Hold on to win 21-14. And just for good measure, before we call it a night, we'll watch it again from the back. Wow. Well, he's running like he got it. Look, I think he left the stadium. He did. He broke the glass. He pulled an Austin. Look at him go. Well, I'd leave too if I fumbled on the 1. I guess I don't blame him. Wow. You know, back in the day for the very brief time I had an Xbox 360, I played an online Dynasty through Gaming Tailgate. I want to think it was baseball player MVP, don't quote me. He was the guy who, for the national if I remember correctly, national championship, goal line stand, I think he had something to the left side of the field. I was Maryland, I forget who he was. I guess I can kind of recreate it here on the screen. He was running, I forget the exact play call, but running left side, trying to get to the corner. user guy I had, however I hit him, whatever it played for me the right animation and pushed him out at the 1. And I believe I must have been up 3 or 4 because I think the touchdown would have won it, and stopping him gave me the win. So, but I think losing this would be worse, because at least that one I made the play. That was the computer. I don't think I was controlling 7 at the time. I think that was just dumb luck. I mean, I'll take it, but I mean that was just dumb luck. Well, with that, I think I'm going to call the end of the stream. Very good turnout. Exceeded my expectations. The crowd here is way better than on Twitch. No offense to Twitch at all. Just means we got to work harder there. But that was fun. Maybe I'll do this more often, maybe once a week, if the schedule allows. Kind of play some of the big matchups coming up that weekend. Catch up with community members in the chat. Answer any other questions from people at large. So with that, we're going to call it a night. Everyone, thanks for watching. Make sure you like the video, subscribe, follow us on Twitter @GamingTailgate for all the latest EA Sports college football news and information. Everyone have a great night.